Sevgili YouTube, sevgili Twitch, hoş geldiniz. Aloy'la olan hikayemize kaldığımız yerden devam edelim. Dediğim gibi bu sefer artık bir ana göreve gidelim. Buradaki ara görevleri de temizledik. Ana görevi, yani bilmiyorum ne kadar uzun süre gerçi. Biraz bakarız. Belki hemen şurayı biraz keşfederiz. Belki biraz da satranç yaparız, oynarız. Bu sefer satrançın biraz daha hızlı ilerleyeceğini düşünüyorum. Çünkü en azından hani şey yok. Neydi onun ismi? Ha, biz zaten konuşmuştuk Erend'la. Bir ne olur olmaz teyit edeyim. Direkt hikayeye devam edebileceğimiz için çok sıkıntı olacağını düşünmüyorum şey bakımından. Satranca direkt oynamaya başlayabileceğim için sıkıntı yok. Bunları yapmışız zaten. Okey. Tamamdır. Artık o zaman elçilik başlasın. Toplantisi. Lavan.
Apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan, the second in command. So, what brings Aloy of the Nora to Barren Light?
Hemen tanıyor bizi.
I need it to happen so I can head west. And maybe now that Studious Wadis is here, we can finally get things underway.
Yes, the Sun Priest. Walked in practically kicking and screaming behind his escort. Really seems to like his scrolls.
Dalga geçiyor adam.
The embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled our readiness, but the Tanakh marshals have yet to sound their horn.
All right, fine. Let me through the gates then. I have my own business with them.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid I can't. Commander's orders.
İzin vermiyorlar.
Normally, the gates are open for any who dare to venture out. Asaram salvagers, a few especially brazen Karja, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. They'll reopen once the Tanakh have left.
Nasıl gülüyor arkadaki? Elçilik toplantısı.
So what happens at these embassies exactly?
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offer tribute of food, spices, and gear. In exchange, the Tanakh return personal effects taken from Karja soldiers that fell during the Red Raids. This particular embassy, however, is a special case.
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of prisoner, right?
Evet.
Soldier named
Kuzeniydi değil mi bu Avad'ın?
So you've heard.
Doğru.
The exchange has got everyone on edge. You never know if an embassy is going to go well until it's practically over.
Güzel. Hoş geldin Hakan. Bitene kadar yani Elden Ring çıkınca Elden Ring oynamaya başlamayı düşünüyorum ama ondan sonra en azından ilk birkaç gün Elden Ring'e de abandıktan sonra bir Elden Ring bir Horizon Forbidden West öyle oynamayı düşünüyorum. Hoş geldin Barış. Abone olduğun için çok teşekkür ederim. 11. ayın kutlu olsun. Güle güle kullan emotları da sağ ol desteğin için. Nasılsınız? Keyifler yerinde mi? Tenacht Mareşalleri. Mareşalleri konuşamadım.
Who are they?
They're the tribe's elite warriors. Before every embassy, they arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, they negotiate on behalf of their leader.
Okay.
And by negotiate, I mean stare down our Sun Priest until they concede. Paev over here came face to face with them for the first time at the last embassy.
O kadar korkunç mu ya bu Tanaklar? Merak ettim.
It was hot that day, sir.
It was indeed.
Gergin gülüş yapıyor ya adam. Nozar nerede? Üst kattaydı galiba, görmüştük. Fokusla.
I'll take you to him, but I have to warn you. The commander isn't one to break protocol.
Okay.
Especially when he's already high strung.
We'll see about that.
Hadi gidelim o zaman.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, and we still have a long.
Şuraya bakmam lazım.
The work stoppage and change scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvund was thrilled.
Her yerde Ulvund ünlü ya.
Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
Yol ver asker.
There's the commander. Better brace yourself. And good luck.
Tamamdır. Görüşmek üzere Hakan, sağ olasın. Peki onunla hemen konuşmadan şuradaki şey almaz mıyım? Hiçbir şey gözümüzden kaçmıyor. Adam demiştir ya, demin getirmedim ben bunu, nereye gitti, hemen bu kayboldu. Geliyorum. Düşmüşüm anlık.
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ne eziyorlar barbarlar falan diye.
Aloy, was it?
Yes, the one who
Triplere bak.
cleared the valley for you. That Aloy.
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the embassy to begin.
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must signal readiness. Until the Tanakh sound their horn, we wait.
Yea, for as the first shall be...
Shut up. Why the delay?
Shut up.
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West.
Okay.
If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
Asla izin vermiyor. Ozar hakikaten hiç taviz vermiyor. Aleykümselam Can, hoş geldin. Bekleyeyim var, bir de ben gideyim var. Ama zaten valla ben en iyisi ben gideyimi seçeyim ya. Gidelim abi, bana ne ya? Gidip bir soralım, konuşalım yani. Hani hayırdır, 3. klan nerede? Belki adamlara yardım edebiliriz. İşimizi kolaylaştırır.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to...
Şok oldun
You
Ozar.
shall not!
You shall not.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Oo,
Varl.
Varl geldi.
Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order! Sorry, can't do it.
Emir kulu bunlar, öyle değil mi? İsterse dul kraliçe gelsin.
I'm asking nicely.
Hey, Varl. Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
Olay var.
As usual, Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
That's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded.
Hey, Nozar!
Gerisi.
Stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys.
Güzel, güzel dedi.
Saving the world.
İyi ya bu.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time.
Varl'la uyurken kaçmıştık ya.
So this tribe that Murad told us about, the Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Bu kadar kolay olduğunu bilmiyordum
It would
geçmenin.
be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet.
Evet, embassy hala
Just gonna
başlamadı.
barge in?
There's no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
Şu Tanakh askerleriyle gidip konuşalım. Oo. Silah falan getirdi, direkt çekti silahını. Tehlikeli bir klana benziyor. Evet, evet, o yan görevlere de bakarız.
cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send
Çok sinirliler.
Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own.
Of. Türklere bak ya.
Now.
Hold. She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja.
Aa,
She's a Nora from the Savage.
bu faşa hem de Maraşar olmuş.
And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away.
Adam da marshal olmuş orada seneler içerisinde ya, hakikaten. Çok ilginç.
A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav, once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see.
Hiç sevmiyorlar Karcaları, nefret ediyorlar ama normal.
This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
Bence gerçeği söyleyelim ama öncelikle yani tüm muhabbetlere geçelim. Dövmeler.
I've never seen markings like those on a Karja before.
The Karja see ink as decoration. For the Tanakh, it is much more. A litany of deeds.
Okay.
A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete.
Bu Tanaklar çok savaşçı ya.
Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
Güzel olur. Bu Fashav karakteri iyi bir karaktere benziyor şimdilik sanki, değil mi?
How did you come to be among the Tanakh?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins.
Evet, evet, çok savaşçılar bunlar, zaten söylenmiş de. Evet, evet, anlat ya.
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tanakh into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate, and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hekaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so
Chief Hekaro, bu ismi unutmayalım, kesin göreceğiz.
resorted to desperate measures.
Devam et anlatmaya,
So when
merak
you
ettim.
met the Tanakh chief, you did something desperate.
Now, I'd kept my ears open as the Tanakh dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hekaro's feet, I demanded this rite, called the Kulrut,
Oha.
thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tanakh howled, but Hekaro stared them down. and then his gaze fell upon me.
Dune'daki sahneyi andırdı bana.
He appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the cool route.
Ne ya bu cool route? Anlatmaya devam et. Sardı.
You said the cool route is a Tanakh's trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no ordinary trial. It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive.
Çok güzel.
Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Evet, biz de aranda kapışmış, katılıyorsunuz.
Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hopes for freedom, but that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
Olsun, yine iyi. Hayattasın sonuçta.
You wound up serving the Tanakh's chief.
The winners of the cool route must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past.
Oradan geliyormuş ismi.
In practice, the marshals are Hekaro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tanakhs still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tanakh. To survive, one must master it.
Çok vahşiler
The truth
hakikaten.
is, though, the Karja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tanakh for hating them.
Yani ben de çok suçlayamam, özellikle o Red Rail'lerde yaptıklarından sonra.
So then, are you still Karja?
Part of me, yes, always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tanakh, especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hekaro and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace, and now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Karja.
Öf, çok zor ama iyi olur yani. Şef Hekaro, bu adam merak ettim ya.
The Karja talk about Hekaro as if he's a monster.
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you do.
Kesin konuşacağız ya, %100.
So,
güzel hikaye. Beğendim.
You're the first Easterner to hear it.
Doğulu Easterner.
Not the last. The Karja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tanakh is a lot different than how they do.
Ya valla tarafını seç diye bir şey gelir mi bilmiyorum. Sanmıyorum ya. Yani bilmiyorum, Karja ile Tanakh arasında belki bir şey olabilir ama göreceğiz. Şimdilik öyle bir şey olacağını düşünmüyorum ama.
Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind.
Amacı başka.
As someone who knows the Tanakh and the Karja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both.
Adam birleştirmeye çalışacak ikisini.
My hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tanakh don't seem that peaceful.
Not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hekaro knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
Bu Chief Hekaro karakteri bence zeki bir karaktere benziyor. Kafa çalışan bir adama benziyor.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine.
Güzel söz.
I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tanakh.
Oh, çok iyi.
A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Akaro knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help.
Chief Akaro ile tanışmaya valla iple çekiyorum.
Intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you. And he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
Oo. Sky Clan'ın banner'ı da geldi sonunda. Üfleyin boruyu.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tanakh can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja. But enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
Abi o kadar sevmiyorlar ki karcaları.
The marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
İyi hadi o zaman embassy'ye de katılalım bari. Neydi? Elçilik toplantısıydı değil mi bölümün ismi?
The Karja have opened the gates.
Öldürüyorlarmış. Saldırıya uğruyorlarmış öteki gelmeyen karcalar tarafından. Uf. Sen oralar hakkında şu an böyle.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Al işte. Dedim böyle bir şey olacak diye ya.
Hear me, marshals.
Regalla.
You who claim to be Tanakh.
Regala. Chief Akaro's biggest mistake.
Dedim ya. O kadar belliydi ki olacağı.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaro has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this, I condemn you to death.
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Al işte. Ya bu regalla her şeyin içine edecek ya. Ona biniyor bir de. Birkaç tane var bir de. Oo, manyak bu.
They're riding machines.
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Silence yardım etmiş onlara.
Fashav, come with us now, or not at all.
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
Uf, bir tanesi öldü bile. Oy. Abi elçilik toplantısını mahvettiler ya.
Archers! Keep them back!
Bu Regalla'yı öldüreceğiz. Bu Regalla'yı çok pis öldüreceğiz. Belli yani. Çok kötü lan. Bu adamı sevmiyordum ama bu adamın bile böyle ölmesine üzüldüm yani. Güzel. En azından bazı bincileri öldürebiliyorlar. Oha. Kaptan öldü lan. Adama bak, sağlam kapışıyor. Aa, öldü ama şimdi.
What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now. Hey! Calm down and fight fair!
Lancers! Take the center!
Get ready!
Abi ya. Oğlum. Çok güzel ha olaylar. Yani.
Stick to cover. Archers on the ridge. Here they come.
Bir dakika. Şu yeteneklerden şu an seçili olan casus. Şunu seçelim bu arada. Hayda. Aa. Nereye gidiyor ya bu oklar? Oha. Adam tek yedi lan. Olaylara bak ya sen. Üf. Oha. Olaylara bak abi ya. Oha, combo yaparken vurdu adam. Yani kritik saldırı yaparken hasar yedim. Bu da öldü. Uf, çok sağlam öldürdü adam. Oha. Abi ya. Hepsi öldü resmen ya. Çok da hasar koymadı. Bu değil ya. Allah. Başka bir şey kaldı mı ya? Oo, dikkat et. Oh be. Olaylara gel. Çok heyecanlı buralar. Hadi 2 saniyede öldürürüm seni. Kes lan Gruda. 2 saniyede öldürürüm seni burada. Hadi gel lan. Teke tekte kapışalım. Hadi. Hadi gel lan, seni bir teke tekte alalım. Oha. Adam Assassin's Creed'deki gibi zıplıyor. Oo, adamdaki teknolojiye bak. Kalkanı var adamın ya, bayağı bayağı. Tamam, öldürme adamı, dur. Ben de kapışacağım.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. I can break through his shield if I damage it enough.
Bir dakika, bu değil. Hemen yapalım. Adamı asitleyelim bari. Adamı dağıtıyoruz orada. Uş. 106 hem de. Bu adamı nasıl öldürmek istiyorum biliyor musun? Adam nasıl öldürdüysem yok ettim, adamın aklı çıktı. Ay, inanılmazdı.
Comrades, mark this day. Today you have decimated the marshals.
Bu Regalla'yı çok pis öldüreceğiz. Hiç sevmedim bu kanını. Bu karakteri hiç sevmedim. Zerre sevmedim. Neyse, adamın kalkanını belki adamın elinden alabiliriz bu arada. Hepsi ölmedi galiba. Bu adam kolu yokmuş zaten. Etmemiş.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you?
Daha iyi değil mi sence de varlığa bırak? Ölecektin demin.
I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
Çok iyiydi ama ya aksiyon. Ama adamı çok fena baga soktum. Kafası patladık mı? Cirit atınca. Faşan'a üzüldüm ya. Faşan mıydı? Faşan mıydı? Hani adamın hikayesini o kadar öğrendik. İyi ki de öğrenmişiz, yoksa adam ölüyor yani çünkü. Bir daha öğrenemiyorsun belli ki. O adama üzüldüm ama. Salak regallalar yüzünden. Gereksiz bir kan davası muhabbetiyle barışı tamamen baltaladılar. Yok ettiler yani barış. Oha, adam mı taşıyor onu? Lan o kadar kapıştık, bari biz toplayalım. Karaktere üzüldüm ya. Heh, neyse en azından adamın elinden dediğim gibi o şeyi alıyoruz. Kalkanı. En azından sadece glide için kullanabiliyoruz. Güzel. O adamla ticaret yapacaktık, evet.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess.
Aynen öyle. Lavan. İç savaş.
It sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Vadis,
Pashav.
A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tanakh territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you.
Evet, burası hakikaten başlangıç. Harita kocaman ya.
The Tanakh's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Taru tribe.
This isn't Tanakh territory?
All that out there, that's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
Evet. Bence de.
And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it,
evet, araştırmak
there were a
lazım.
number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them, see if they're all right.
Okay.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
Üf, tall neck, evet.
There's that one over there near the Utaru border, but why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so.
Doğru, öyleydi. Üzerine çıkıyorduk onların. Sanırsam yok. Varmış. Batı ile ilgili sorular. Wow, ne kadar çok var. Bir dakika, hepsinde mi var böyle? Ha, yok, Regala. Tamam.
Someone that Tanakh chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat.
Evet.
Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way. That is.
Biz bayağı engel olduk. Biz Regala'yı yok edeceğiz.
And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tanakh weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
Batı ile ilgili sorulara geçelim. Tanakh toprakları.
You said the Tanakh lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tanakh. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
Sky'ı niye ova diye çevirdiler acaba? Ha, yok, tamam.
Vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, They see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other two clans.
You don't sound certain.
Çölün ardında bir
I've
yerde.
only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tanakh territory.
Ama
The
geçemediler.
united clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So
Bayağı
no one
eğitmişler.
except the Tanakh really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
Okay. Düz ağıt ile Utarular.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tanakh further west?
That's right.
Hı.
Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tanakh. More taken to farming than
Ne
fighting.
güzel, adamlar daha çok çiftçi.
Hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so
Hadi ya.
far, they've declined.
Allah'tan karca
If
değiliz.
they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know.
Öğreneceğiz.
I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
Belki biz yardımcı olabiliriz ama bu food shortage'da. Sahipsiz
This
bölge.
area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tanakh used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation.
Doğru,
The Tanakh
bunu
agreed
duymuştuk.
to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Asuram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regala and her
Evet.
little army have moved in.
Veganlar ve
Well, I'd
asiler.
never call no man's land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
O güneybatıda antik yıkıntılar var. Güneybatı, bunu unutmayalım.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Asuram delvers. Even saw two Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Asuram crew.
Acaba o savaş alanına mı gidiyorlar?
Exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
Okay. Geri. Regalla'yı konuştuk. Fashav.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tanakh. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of
Hakikaten
the
ya,
sun.
şaka gibi, adamın hikayeye bak
It's a
ya.
cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do. He spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tanakh.
Yalan oldu adam tüm planları.
Now,
What will happen to him?
his body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
Yazık oldu. Nozar ile Vadis.
It's too bad about Nazar and Wadis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites.
Kötü oldu dediğim gibi ya.
It's the least I can do.
Yazık oldu yani. Karcıların yanıtı.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regala? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tanakh.
Yani ortak
An
düşman.
expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion.
Ama o yüzden istemiyorlar.
Won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
Bence Hekaro ile anlaşıp düşmanımın düşmanı dostumdur tarzında bir dostluk kurabilirler gibi geliyor bana.
I'd need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return.
Tamamdır.
And don't worry about your friends.
Tamam.
Get them patched up.
Erend ve Varlığa bakacaklarmış. Falan.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Hadi inç. Güzel. Yetenek puanı da kazandık. Bizim toplayabileceğimiz bir şey... Şuralara bir toplayayım. Bayağı bir şey var çünkü toplanabilecek. O kaç level atladım ben ya? Kalkan kanat makine teknolojisi yeniden tasarlanan enerji tabanlı bir planördür. Havadayken kare düğmesini basılı tutarak etkinleştirebilir ve sürebilirsin. Yuvarlak düğmesini basarak. Okey, tamam. Bunu deneyeceğim biraz sonra. Abi şu baga soktuğum adam da garibim burada ya. Adamın aklı çıktı ya. Bayağı bir item verdi adam. Aynen.
Backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The blight, the storms, Regala's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would.
Hadi bakalım, yapabilecek miyiz acaba? Ne kadar çok item bulduk bu arada.
The woman who led the ambush, Regala, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge.
Silence abi işte.
Silence.
Evet. Onda bir amacı olmalı yani. Silence boş yere yardım etmez bence de. Güzel kapışmaydı ve çok güzel görevdi. Bayağı da bir item'la topladık bu arada. Belliydi ama hani uzun bir görev olacağı. Tahmin etmiştim. Yani bir... Hani adamlar anlattığında bazıları gelmiyor... herkes sevmiyor falan filan dedi ya. Orada anladım ben bir şey olacağını zaten de. Şöyle biraz etrafı temizleyelim. Güzel. Abi ya, adam nasıl bug'a girmiş ya. Kafasına attım tabii şeyi. Aklı çıktı. Tamamdır. Sanki iyice topladık gibi geliyor bana. Şuradaki canları da alacağım. Bu kadar yeter. Şimdi şunu deneyelim, bir planörü. Öf. Çok güzel gözüküyor. Her yerden zıplayabilirim artık diyor yani, öyle bir avantajımız var. Artık hani şeyle inmemize de gerek yok. Hani eskiden kasıyorduk ya böyle bir yerlerden inmek için. Atla gitsin şimdi yani. Çok da güzel gözüküyor bu arada. Dur bir yerde daha yapayım, hemen şurada vardı galiba. Normalde çıkamadığımız yerlere çıkmamızı da sağlayabilir tabii. Bak mesela böyle. Normalde buraya çıkamıyorduk. Tam çıkınca bir şey kazanmadım ekstra. Karakterimi bug'a sokmak dışında galiba. Abi ya. Ha. Bir an dedim karakteri bug'a soktum. Aha dur. Şey yapalım mı? Dur karakteri bug'a... Neyse aman bir şey yok yukarıda. Prince of Persia zıplayışı yapacaktım da. Güzel. Burada bayağı bir şey var. Bilinmeyen sözleşme yapan tüccar var, işte bu Kerif'in hurdaları. Fırça sırtlar var. Bilinmeyen asi karakolu var. Çorakış'ın kuzeyindeki asi kampını bul. Bu serserinin gölgesini hatırladım. O eski taraftaydı. Ha şuradaki şeyi açalım bari. Hani save noktasını. Ondan sonra gidebiliriz. Kamp ateşini. Oh, burada bir şey daha var. Çok iyi. Arkadaşlar, izlediğiniz için teşekkürler. Bir bölümün daha sonuna geldik. Dikey şok tuzağı üretip yere koyabiliyorsun. Bu özel tuzaklar hem uçan hedeflere hem de yerdeki düşmanlara hasar verebilirken, şok hasarına karşı dayanıksız olan hedefleri sersemletir. Çok iyi. Artık yukarıdakileri de yapabiliyoruz bunu dikey şokla. Güzel. Bu yeni. Önceden yoktu. Güzel arkadaşlar, bir bölüm daha sonra geldik. İzlediğiniz için teşekkürler. Gelecek bölümlerde tekrardan görüşmek dileğiyle. Kendinize iyi bakın. Bay bay.